Cancer, let's do your 7 directions reading. 4 great powers within: mental, emotional, physical, spiritual. Also known as wisdom, illumination, innocence, and introspection. This message is timeless, but it is being done around the full moon in Libra, April 2022. So when you find this, may it resonate. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. So we'll start with a Queen of the Moon Oracle. We'll start with a card from the Queen of the Moon Oracle, and then we'll move forward. This is for guiding through lunar and seasonal changes. As a cosmic moon child, I work with the moon energy because we are earthlings, and we all have a connection to the moon, and we're also made of water. So when I was shuffling the cards, Cancer, getting ready for the reading, I saw a lot of Keeper of the Light, the Divine Masculine now coming out. Keeper of the Light, the Ancient Dragonfly, a lot of darkness from the moon deck, fear, darkness, the Queen of the Moon Oracle face card. There she is right there, as we speak of her. And then just basically just letting go, not letting the darkness and the fears and the anxiety take away from your light, throw you off anymore. We are the sign of balance. We are the sign of duality. Learning how to work with those energies and balance those energies. It's kind of it's everyone's tasks, but as a Cancer, it's everyone's task, but as a Cancer, it seems to have a deeper meaning or responsibility, I feel, for us. So, anywho, but there was fear, there was darkness, there was anxiety, and it was about standing in your power. And so let's see where we go with this. So the new moon's in Libra. Balance, interesting. Okay, so for the collective, we're going to do a reading. We ask that the divine protect and clear this transmission from any interference within or without, so we can hear and see clearly. And beautiful, we have pleasure, opening to deep pleasure. Very interesting. Pleasure, opening to new pleasure, different pleasures, allowing pleasure, feeling more pleasure. Maybe some sacral chakra and root chakra. Balancing, energizing. And then we'll take one off the top for the magic reveal. Oh, actually 2 wanted to come, so we'll take them. We'll take it. And we'll put this right there. Pleasure, opening to pleasure, feeling something's coming in that's going to have you feeling really good too. For some of you, you know, a new season of pleasure. So we have current recent energy. Yep, fears. Told you there was a lot of dark energy. It's interesting that you were getting the Keeper of the Light, which I actually got Keeper of the Light and pleasure in my personal reading. So that's very interesting. But fear, and this is about understanding that your fears block the flow of things. And that you standing in your courage in the face of fear. But also knowing that fears, you know, it blocks the flow when you're attempting to manifest and co-create. And we also have acceptance, which I almost feel something about accepting fear, accepting your fear, because this is a card, reminds me of the 6 of Pentacles energy in the, I think it's the Light Seers deck, the one that we're about to use. This above, below, it's like when you accept something, when you receive the truth, you allow the truth, it's almost like it sets you free. It's like there's something that needs to be accepted. And it has to do with something you're afraid of, something that you're worrying about, something that's a fear that is stopping you from moving forward. But once you accept, what are we accepting? What is the connection between the 2 cards? Please, we'll use the, I call it the baby tarot, the Rider-Waite to just clarify. Oh my, lots of cards, lots of cards. Wow. Yeah. Wow, how fitting. We got the 5 of Wands and the 4 of Swords. And it's like almost mirroring exactly what these cards are saying. It's like the 5 of Wands is saying that this fear is blocking your flow. It's blocking you from leveling up. It's blocking your this is fire energy from creating, from feeling inspired, and that fire of life energy. Like there's this resistance here. You're trying to get to 6 to the victory, and you're dealing with this energy, fears, illusions, doubts, judging yourself. This energy is the resistance. It's the drama. It's the chaos that's keeping you from, moving forward, leveling up. And then we have the 4 of Swords, which is about putting something to rest, accepting something. Like, I feel like it's these fears. It's time to put these fears, these thoughts, negative thoughts, maybe even to rest. It's time to let them go, because it's time to level up. It's time to move forward. And once we'll find out what's going on more in the reading, but it's time to unblock this flow. It's time, to receive, because when you accept this, maybe this even has to do with having courage in the face of fear, situations, intense situations, fighting, argument. But there's something happens when you accept. It opens a way. It opens up the road to move forward. But something needs to be put to rest, because it's blocking you. It's creating resistance. It's keeping you from moving forward and leveling up. All right, so I'm going to just briefly address the 4 directions: mental, emotional, spiritual, physical, wisdom, introspection, innocence, and illumination. Did I say? So you may stand if you would like to, invest more into your reading so that you get more out of your reading, if you like. But to the east, you may stand in each direction with your hand over your heart. If not, no worries. If you feel moved to do so, do so. If you don't, do not. House of Light, the east. House of Light, may wisdom dawn in us so we may see all things in clarity. The House of Illumination, the House of guidance and kinship. To the north, the House of Night, may wisdom ripen in us so we may know all from within. And this is north, wisdom, choices, intelligence, thoughts. West, House of Transformation, may wisdom be transformed into right action so we may do what must be done. And that's the House of Introspection, physical action, physical body. And to the south, the House of the Eternal Sun, may right action reap the harvest so we may enjoy the fruits of planetary being. And that is the House of Innocence, emotions, compassions, heart energy. And we will start with the 4 directions. And we'll get to the other 3 towards the end. So we'll use the Native Heart Healing Oracle deck. And we're going to address to each direction. I keep seeing the Record Keeper, your divine blueprint, who you are. Maybe there's something about you accepting who you are and your power and what you're here to do. Okay. So you will go put them in their respective houses and directions: east, north, west, and south. Yep. Look, well, we're going to start with the Light Keepers card because this was coming out in the reading fear and light keeper, keeping your light, keeping in. It's so interesting that we have this Five of Wands, like holding back. Maybe it's you that's pushing back the darkness, holding back your fears and darkness with your bright light, while you're trying to put something to rest or get rest. We'll find out. We'll find out. Universal love. Wow. Unconditional ray. You know, you Cancers are associated with that mother goddess energy, that divine feminine love, nurturing, compassion, empathy, all that. And you have the universal love. 14. Are any of you seeing 14, numbers of 14, 114, 614, 214, etc.? Just throwing that out there. But this is about universal love, and that universal love, bottom of the deck here, universal love, and you have this pleasure. You know, allowing universal love to come in and surround you, to flow through you, to feel it, to allow it to flow to others. Didn't get any chakras though. Really interesting. Nurture yourself as well as others. And guess what? Acceptance. Learning through love and acceptance. So you have acceptance. Learning through love and acceptance. So both these cards are the energy of acceptance. Let's just get the tarot cards out. So we'll use the Light Seers Tarot for clarification. Wow. Interesting. Okay, so bottom of the deck, Page of Wands. And there's that light. Keeping that light, you know, and this is inspiration. This is something exciting that you know, having to do with, look, the salamander, accepting your power and authority. A fire being. This is about something coming in that's going to illuminate you, an idea, a creative project, a new opportunity, a new, you know, divine, something from the divine. But let's take a look with the cards here. And maybe this is after you accept something. Ooh, the Strength card and the Lovers. Wow. This is maybe the energy of accepting something. And now it's time to move forward, Cancer. So, very interesting. Let's start in the East for illumination, the House of Light. We have stillness. And the thing I love about this card is it's about knowing, it's about trusting yourself and the flow, your natural flow, as well as trusting the flow of the universe, knowing when it's time to jump out or step back or go within and take a moment to be still, be quiet, or rest, reflect. You know, knowing when to, trusting yourself, when to remove yourself from the chaos, when to not focus on it, and also trusting the flow of when it's time to jump back in, the flow of life. And I feel as if it's almost, it's time to jump back into a flow of life that you may have been sitting on your lily pad being secure about. And because of this situation, here's this Five of Swords, which has this interesting same kind of greenish color. Five of Swords is a difficult situation. You know, it's something that's really just stressing you out, distracting you, taking up too much time in your head. Like, you don't want to think about it. It makes your head hurt. You know, this can even be fighting with somebody that you're fighting with and arguing with. It can even be physical. But this is mental energy. So this is something that's going on. And let me ask for one more card. You know, for Cancers, we're so sensitive. Oh, the Fool. A new beginning. Trusting yourself. Faith. Yeah. Again, it's time to begin again. It's almost time to jump off your lily pad and get back into the flow of life. Because we have the Fool here. A new beginning, a new journey, a clean slate. Trusting yourself and your instincts. But, whatever this situation is that you're dealing with, stillness and meditation can be very beneficial for you to kind of give you, I feel like there's this peace of mind, maybe even about the future. Like maybe you're concerned or worried about your future. You have a fear of what's next, or a fear. And I feel that as if Spirit is telling you, you know, just be still, just go within. You know, there's a time that things are flowing in life and moving and busy, and there are times when things are quiet and kind of seem still, like nothing's happening. But, you know, and it can be frustrating, or the situation you're in, you know, you've been waiting for a while, but you've been going through it, but it looks like it's about, you're about to be released. We have pleasure here. We have Page of Wands. We have this acceptance, maybe even accepting of where you are, and even though you don't like it, you're there. I just want to see, let's see, stillness, 31. Calm amidst chaos. Okay. Recuperation and replenishing your stores. You know, and it's, you know, again, I can't reiterate enough. This is a card of knowing when it's time to rest, when it's time to take a time out. And going with that and honoring that. And there's this, you know, this is a difficult situation. You know, and there's a solution coming. There's a new beginning. And when this new beginning, it's like the fears are released. And you trust yourself, your heart's open, you know, you're ready to go and move forward. The opposite side of that, in the West, in the action, the physical, you know, introspection, what you need to like think about and go within, or what action you need to carry out. And it's just it's just keeping your own light, keeping your spirit open. Again, keeping your heart open. Don't close your heart. Don't let the fear of whatever these fears represent to you, Cancer, don't let it close your heart, because it's very important for you to keep your heart open right now. It's very important for you to be light and positive. And this is number 33, Keeper of the Light, and it's exactly what it's about. It's about, you know, when your light starts to get, you know, shine a little dim, or these fears come in, it's about doing things to you know, that bring you pleasure, focusing on things that make you happy. Doing things that bring joy and peace into your life, the stillness. You know, this is a card of meditating. It's so funny, it's on the opposite side, balancing stillness, because this is a card of going within and being quiet. This is a card of, you know, dancing, playing, having fun, you know, watching a movie, like, you know, when you used to getting excited, allowing yourself to be enchanted by a story and led somewhere and taken somewhere by a story, you know, not getting so caught up with the seriousness of life that we miss out on the simple pleasures and joys. This is also a card of rebalancing in nature, spending time in nature, and how beneficial it can be for you, bringing you peace and balance, and allowing you to clear your mind, and even go somewhere to go quietly and meditate, or just introspect. And this is, you know, it's a card of, you know, when was the last time you danced? When was the last time you played? When was the last time you made a big bowl of popcorn and sat down with, you know, someone you enjoy spending time with and watched a movie? Or, you know, that's that kind of energy. And we have the Page of Pentacles is the clarifier for this. So this is the Page of Pentacles. This is about an opportunity, news of an opportunity or abundance. It's almost, to me, as I'm looking at it, is saying, you know, just stay positive and be happy and do the things you like and allow, you know, yourself to feel good, because good things are coming. Page of Pentacles, good things are coming. Oh my. So clumsy. Whereas the Knight of Pentacles is on the bottom. Something you may have worked hard on and waited a long time for. Yeah. Your worries, your troubles, whether it be money or, you know, you don't have a place to live, or you feel like you don't have enough friends and family, you know, around you. Just, you know, stay bright, keep your light positive. Don't let these fears overcome you, because something is coming in. And yeah, look, 8 of Cups. You're going to walk away from all of this, you know, emotional energy of darkness and heaviness from the past. You know, feeling like you have a lack and you don't have enough. And there's the 10 of Pentacles right there to prove it. You know, there's abundance and prosperity coming, Cancer. There are opportunities. There are, you know, for those of you who are looking for other things like love and a home, it's, you know, it's really about you. The best thing you can do right now is just stay positive. And it's interesting because it's a spend time in nature card. And, you know, she looks like she's out at the state park, the forest preserve, right? Spending time in nature, allowing yourself to get grounded, get those messages, those magical opportunities in nature. I like that the pentacle is green, like the heart energy, keeping your heart open. You know, and the pentacle is right in front of her heart, staying grounded in the universal love, in cherishing yourself and honoring yourself. Very, very powerful. You know, and you have walking away, leaving this energy behind, the emotional energy of feeling lack, like you don't have enough, to having everything that you need and more, abundance. So stay positive in the face of your fears. Keep your light in the face of your fear. And accepting maybe that you're not where you want to be right now, but accepting that allows you to free up that space and allow for new opportunities to come in. Page of Pentacles, an opportunity, a message, news. Could very well be with money, you know, abundance. However, that revolves on manifestation. And so then here in the north, which is your mental energy, we have self-love. Wisdom, your choices, making choices out of self-love. This is about cherish. This is another card. You have 2 cards of love, both cherishing yourself, you know, making sure you're filling your cup and taking care of yourself, and, you know, showering yourself with that same kind of compassionate, nurturing, sometimes overwhelmingly so, Cancer energy. Like when you put your focus on taking care of yourself, you have more to give to others. And you also don't maybe, what's the word I want to say? It's just being gentler with yourself and allowing yourself to be loved and taken care of by you. It's interesting, 32 and 33, self-love and keeper of the light. But this is what's should be in your mental focus. Cherishing yourself, be true to you. Your needs are important. Honoring your needs, honoring what you need. And self-love is the best love, and self-love is the love that attracts real love. It's the key to balancing and bringing in the things that you say you want, the healthy relationships, the healthy connections. We got the 9 of Cups with that, Cancer. That's your energy, water energy, and this is joy. This is love. This is illumination. Look at her, you know, she's just beaming, and this is the treasure. Loving yourself radically, allowing yourself, showing yourself the same love and excitement and joy and attentiveness that you show others. And that's what time it is. It's time for you to focus on cherishing yourself. And that's the key. That's the answer. That's your hidden treasure. Loving yourself. That's what's going to bring you that joy that maybe some of you think you're lacking. You know, this, you know, that emotional, look, you got 8 of Cups tonight, going to look for the 9th cup. Leaving it all behind to go to look for something better, and you have it right here. Loving yourself. It's the answer. It's the key. It's what's going to attract more joy and abundance to you. Keeping your light, self-love, and stillness. Like, look at all of this here. Last but in the 4 directions, last but not least, we have the South, the emotional energy, which is you, Cancer, the house of, you know, emotions, of heart energy. And we have the sacred serpent, and this is a light coming from the darkness. A light, this is about, you know, being ready to shed and metamorphose and transform. And you know, there's this energy rising in you. Excuse me, Cancer, there's this energy rising in you, and it's really about you becoming whole and happy. 10 of Pentacles, clarifying the sacred serpent. You know, this is it's like you releasing the light, the keeper of the light. A 1 and 8 is 9 to the 10 of Pentacles. It's like you're releasing yourself from the darkness. The sacred serpent. Light from the darkness, shedding an aspect of the past, transforming challenge into creativity. There was the ancient dragonfly, and the relic was coming out, shedding an aspect of the past so that you can begin to attract your future. So you can open a way for the joy and the happiness and the contented and wholeness and completeness that you are seeking to come your way. And it's like, you know, the sacred serpent, it's like a metamorphosis, you know, shedding an old skin so that you can be, you know, born. And it's interesting, we have the 9, the sacred serpent, and we have the 9 of Cups, both here with the 10, 9 and 10, 9 and 10. Oh, wow, we have 31, 32, and 33 as well. Stillness, self-love, and keeper of the light, 31, 32, and 33. So there's this movement. There's something that wants to come out. It wants to come out of the darkness, and it's just, you just let it go. Don't let that darkness, you know, control you, affect your future, affect what you manifest. So above is the house of heaven, where the ancestors and star people gather. Below is the house of earth. May the heartbeat of her crystal core bless us with the harmonies to end all war. And yeah. And then the center, the galactic source within everyone, which is everywhere at once. May everything be known as the light of mutual love. So we have mutual love here. We have universal love, and we have self-love. So I feel like there's this love that's coming in for you, for the universe, that you're tapping into. Very interesting. So we have the sacral chakra energy here. We have the sacral chakra with the Emperor, with Aries. This is crazy, because these are both cards of power. This is about, you know, determined, creative, passion, living. This is about your sacral chakra getting fired up, and we had that fire energy here. 5 of Wands, keeper of the light. This is about having, this pleasure, having a new, this is sacral chakra is not just about, your excitement and passion for things, for living, for, the things that you love. This is also the sacral chakra has a lot to do with your sexual energy, and you have pleasure here. So some of you, there is a healing coming on from above, your ancestors, the divine, they're assisting you in renewing and re-sparking the sacral chakra. You may also want to do some sacral chakra work, clearing, balancing, recalibrating, Reiki, acupuncture, whatever, and you have the same similar color energies that came out with Aries, which is a fire sign. This is a fire, the chakra is the fire element, and then you have Aries, the divine masculine, the leader of the zodiac, the emperor, and this is about, taking your power back, your authority, your supreme rulership over your realm, stepping into control over your world in this. See the chessboard and the planet Mars, fighting your battles, what moves, what choices, having that wisdom, that power, that discipline, that this is, and this is, the Aries is very major arcana here, major arcana, the first major arcana, besides the Fool, a new beginning of you, being in your power and asserting your power and running your life from a point of feeling powerful and illuminated and full of light and creative and excited and from a point of pleasure, as opposed from this darkness and fear. This is a new beginning from above of you living your life from a completely different position. Determined living. This is a very determined, disciplined energy. Like you're feeling it. You're feeling like you're ready for a new way of life. And for you to have more sovereignty and to have more authority and control over your realm, and not just be at the mercy of, your fears, other people's fears. So what's interesting is below the house of earth, what's you're receiving these higher messages. So the crown chakra and the sacral chakra here, you're receiving messages. They're coming down to your third eye. You're becoming more aware, more sensitive, more in tune. This is also a card, you may be getting headaches. You may be getting, if this card is blocked, like, you're not feeling anything when this is blocked. You're not feeling anything. You're not enjoying. You're not excited. You're just kind of like, sacral chakra, do some, look into the symptoms in that. And same thing with crown chakra. Sometimes we get headaches and sometimes we're not receiving the messages or the light that we need. But what we got with it was the Ace of Cups. There is, and this is you, Cancer. This is you opening your heart. This is you releasing your fears. This is you, in this new beginning. Operating from a place of love and positivity, which is attracting the things that you, allowing them to flow to you. Yeah. This is that universal love coming through your heart, Cancer. Love for self, feeling connected and feeling that love coming from the ancestors, coming from the divine. Yeah, look at this. You got 2 6s right here, Cancer. And you've got this bright, happy energy of the primal flower. So this was the emotional, this was below. This is the center. This is within. The primal flower essence is about the essence of everything that you have come and grown to be, and the seeds of wisdom that you now have, that you now possess, that you can pass on to others to help evolve, and to help others, excel on their journey. The wisdom, this is about, the next step. What is the next step? This is about, real world service, harvesting, the experiences of your life. And you got the Six of Wands. It's almost like there's something you're recognizing. Six of Wands is about victory, validation, recognizing something, standing in the spotlight, being seen, being supported and validated. Maybe even for some of you, there's something you have to say to the world. It's time to be seen and say it. It's time to shine. But you have the Keeper of the Light, and then you have this Six of Wands energy here. It's time, for some of you, it's time for you to shine. It's time for you, you've walked the walk, and now it's time to, to be who you are, to talk the talk, to show yourself, to reveal yourself, to share with the world what you've learned, what you know. It's time for the next step. Victory. I love it. Okay, so what are the two reveal cards? Yep, boundaries. What you let in and what you let out. What you allow to affect you and what you allow to just bounce off you. This is huge for us Cancers as empaths. You don't have to hold space for those who are not ready yet. You don't have to be their empath or their healer or any of that. It's okay to move on. If they come back and reclaim that space, then that's fine. We have self-reflection. Opening to a larger possibility, not being afraid to take an assessment, to take a look within and without and see yourself and where your choices and how you think and how you feel, how that affects your inner and outer world, and knowing that it's always possible to open to larger possibilities, to new reflections, new views of yourself. Very powerful, a lot of inner work here. The self-love, the self-reflection, what was doesn't always have to be. And if you can learn from it, you can release it, and you can change, the things that you can. You can open to something larger. And as far as the boundaries as well, this is about saying yes or no with authenticity, like meaning it when you say yes, not wishing you say no, and vice versa. Being authentic. But this is also about, again, I really feel like not letting this negativity in and around you that's trying to dampen your light, trying to dim your light. Like it's almost like keeping your light. Like when you let your light get dim, Cancer, that's when the fears become more powerful, and they try to trap you. They try to stop you from taking flight. They're trying to put you in this cage. But when you keep your light bright and you keep that boundary, that protection, this energy doesn't have any power over you. It only has power over you when you give it. So keep your light bright, and that's how you'll keep this back. And here you are right there, keeping your light bright, shining. And people can see it. People can see you're shining. I can just look real quick at the crown chakra. Feel a synchronicity. Grounding, assessing your values and sensitivity. Be open to your wilderness. Here you will find the unexplainable raw beauty and divine guidance of who you really are. And it's time to accept and open to that. I feel that for some of you, you have a fear of your light and your power and who you really are and what you're really here to do. And because we're such sensitive beings as Cancers, we let people's words and thoughts and ways of thinking and being affect us so much, because we are water. You know, we're born in between two. A crab lives in between two worlds, water and land. And you know, it's knowing when we need to come on land and knowing when we need to go back in the water. And that's what this stillness card is about for me. And I would definitely look up the crown chakra and the sacral chakra. I'm not going to read all the sacral, the in and out of harmony. That's a quick read if you want to look it up. But this is calm amidst chaos and recuperation, replenish your stores. That's right. We read that. Calm amidst the chaos. It's almost like I'm hearing like, accept that everything is going to be all right. And it's the I don't want to say faster, but you know, bringing this chapter to an end is about accepting your light, accepting who you are. But definitely finding some quiet time to go within. And the reason it would be very beneficial for us to find more quiet time to come back in is because of this unconditional love, this pink ray that's coming in. Some of you, it might be to an ancestor, maybe a grandfather, a grandmother, but this is, you have all this love here and keeping your light, this pink energy. There's definitely love and support being sent to you, because this is a card. Ten of Pentacles is also a card of ancestors all around. You know, but trusting yourself moving forward has a lot to do with you just not, you know, not letting these fears and worries and anxieties or things that people have said and done to you in the past or before, or arguments or fighting, you know, bring darkness and fears about the future in, you know, into your present. Because, you know, there's definitely a refiring. I mean, this is pleasure. Bringing your life back into being joy, full of joy and pleasure and excitement and adventure and laughter. And, you know, there we go. Keeping your light. Learning, you know, the Page of Wands, as a student, this could be you learning how to keep your light, learning how to protect, you know, use your passion and your light and your energy. But I feel like there's a healing and a strength coming, you know, with the Emperor here. And you know, I'm surprised the Chariot didn't come up, but you have the Nine of Cups, the Ace of Cups, you know, a beginning and an end. And it's all about love, self-love. Look, more of that pink ray. This is you, Cancer. This is what you're here to do. You're here to allow the frequency, the higher frequency of love to flow through you. First, by starting with yourself. And here, put these two together. Here's the wish, here's the fulfillment. Here's the energy, here's, you know, it's worth, priceless. A completion. Okay, Cancer, we'll see you soon.